What's up, everybody? We are live right here. This is the Tony Cutillo Show, talking all things, man, all things. And like we've always said, okay, it's going to be a little different. It's just, and it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time, but, obviously it's going to need every single one of you. And you've wanted it, you've talked to me about it, and now we're getting it. Right. And that's the biggest thing. You've wanted it, we've talked about it, and now we're here. And again, everything is changing. Okay. Everything is changing and for the better. Sometimes things have to change for the better. Right. And that's fine because we all need a little change in our lives. Right. So, and this is brought to you, obviously, by me and my company, Rise and React Media. So again, if you need representation, if you're looking to get a podcast built, if you're looking for clips to be done, if you're looking to get radio interviews, you're looking to get booked on TV, you're looking to grow a book, a brand, just talk to me and we'll figure out a plan for you. Because that's what I do. Right? Says, what do you do? Right? That's what I do. Okay. I do it on a normal basis. Okay. Most important thing I will say to everybody right here is, and as I do this, I'm liking and I'm retweeting, and because it's just me. Okay, I produce all my own stuff. Okay, I continue to go and produce all my own content, right? Which I always wanted to do, and that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, because I can produce it my way. Okay, so right now, if you're watching this, wherever you're watching it on, the most important thing is I decided real fast before we get into this game. I wanted to do everything from scratch. And a lot of people are like, dude, what are you out of your mind? No, I want to do everything through scratch. I want to start from the beginning. Okay. Finally, just brand the Tony Cutillo Show, not branding another company, not behind a different wall, not behind a different person. Okay. That's what I want to do. And that's what I bring to you. So here's the thing. So, digital media is a little weird. Okay. So I'm going to need your help on this. So if you're watching this right now on my personal Facebook page, very, very simple. Okay. Go to the YouTube link that's listed, hit subscribe, hit like, very, very simple. If you're watching on the Heat Ratio Sports YouTube page, go to the like, go to the subscribe to the Tony Cutillo Show. Very, very simple. The Tony Cutillo Show. It's its own separate YouTube page. I'm going to put it in a description. Okay. And I'm going to do one better for you. Okay. I'm going to do one better for you. Okay. Everybody always says, where can we go? What can we get? Where can we get your bets? Where can we get your plays? Where can we see your content? Okay. I just liked inside, okay, is my Linktree account. Okay. If you go to the Linktree account right there, everywhere. We're on Twitch. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on Facebook. We are on Threads. Going to be on Blue Sky. We are on YouTube. There's no excuse. Okay. And eventually be podcasts as well. So this is just the beginning. Okay. I have things being made. I have overlays being made. I'm putting a big investment into this. Okay. So the Tony Cutillo Show. Make sure you go follow the Tony Cutillo Show, whether it be on Twitter, okay, whether it be on Instagram. Just go to the LinkedIn page, the Linktree page, I'm sorry, and just follow that, whatever account you want to follow best, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to be popping on, man. I'm going to give you people that you haven't talked to before, right? And this is what I'm going to say, okay? This is no disrespect to anybody out there. Okay. No disrespect to anybody out there, but let me ask you this. Are you tired of the same people? Or whether they're good or they're not, right? Every show, I give you an example, and he's really good, right? But now I guess the new name is Barrett Brooks. Barrett Brooks is very, very good. Barrett Brooks is great at what he does. But if he's booked on every station, on every platform, he can't possibly say anything different, right? And you're always hearing about him. What I've always loved to do is bring on people that you don't hear enough from, that you need to hear more, okay? And that's going to be my goal when I talk about these interviews, okay? When I bring people on that, guess what? Like my man Jimmy Mack's going to be my Phillies insider. You don't even know who Jimmy Mack is, okay? People that follow me know who Jimmy Mack is, Okay. And he's a very intelligent baseball mind. Okay. But you're not going to see him on the Inquirer. You're not going to see him on anything like that, but you're going to see him here on the Tony Cutillo show. Okay. I have so much stuff planned inside the beginning, but here's what I will tell you. You're going to get everything on this channel. Okay. You're going to get bets. You're going to get fantasy football. You're going to get fantasy sports. You're going to get real sports. You're going to get local sports. You're going to get national sports. You're going to get recaps. Okay. Like everything. This is going to be my home. This is my new home. And I want to give a shout out already. You see it right here on the bottom of the screen. Okay. Bets powered by Tails Odd Shopper. Okay. Tails is a sports betting expert community that I have signed on with, powered by Odd Shopper. Shout out to my man, Eitan Shander, who brought me in, and he continues to support me and says, hey, man, what can we do? What can we do to help you? Because you shouldn't be out there as a free agent. You shouldn't be out there. And I was like, you know what, man? You're right. Okay. But again, what I like about it is it allows me to brand myself. Okay. Allows me to brand myself. I'm going to show you that later when we talk about the bets for tonight's game. Okay. So let's get right into it before I talk the whole time about why I'm here and what I'm doing. And again, this is the Tony Cutillo Show. Make sure you're liking and subscribe. Listen, the Facebook family, I'm telling you right now, the Facebook is so crazy anymore. The comments do not come into the show. They just don't. Okay. It's like they're almost Meta is just trying to put an X on it. Okay. So this show is going to be right now. Okay. This show is everywhere, but it's going to be predominantly on YouTube and Twitch. Okay. So please, again, make sure you go to the YouTube show and subscribe to that channel. It's the Tony Cutillo Show. Okay. The link is in the Linktree account. Okay. You know what? I'm going to do one even better. I'm going to put it up because this is what happens. Sometimes you can't actually get to it, right? So people want to get to it, and they're like, dude, I tried everything I could get to it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it right here. Okay. Oh, my man Wags checking in. Yeah, so right here, look. Here's the channel right here. I mean, very simple. Go to YouTube, okay? Now, the social platforms will have a lot of different other stuff on there. Okay, they'll have quotes, they'll have exclusive interviews. But if you want to watch the actual show, go to the YouTube channel and make sure you hit subscribe. Okay, you're going to need a Google account, but you don't have to do anything. Like, it's just a Google account. Whatever your Gmail account is, that's it. It shows that you're actually a real person. Like, that's what we want, right? We don't want bots. I want real people. Okay, I want real people. My man Jose checking in. My man. Oh man, bro, miss you, bro. I hope you're being safe in that shithole. Okay. Hopefully everything's well. But I know, listen, man, we got to do what we got to do. Right. So hopefully you're being safe in there and you're good. My man Jimmy Wags checking in, drove over to Indy from Cincy today. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, Jay, it is on my list. Like, I have a bucket list, and I want to go to so many different stadiums and so many different games that I can't wait, man. I can't wait. So I will. And Jimmy, I will say this wholeheartedly. Bro, you are the man from day one. Always support it. You sent me a message. What's going on? You know how I am. I'm a tell-all. It is what it is, right? I'm here now. I appreciate you checking in. Hopefully, you're still kicking ass in DFS. And hopefully, I can help you with some bets as well, even though I'm not on the other side anymore. My man, Richie D checking in. My man, always, I'm here, real AF. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Jimmy, dude, the place looks small. You get inside, and most of the place is underground. That's what's crazy. Like, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I really have. So, I want to go to those dome stadiums too, man. Like, I want to go to Golden State. I want to see a Golden State game. I know we're talking football, but I would love to go to a Golden State. What is it, like the Omni Dome or something now, or whatever the hell it is? Omni Center. I forget the names. They change so much. But look, we got a big game tonight. So let's just get into it, man. Big game tonight. Okay. Again, I was on, if you don't follow, you don't watch, please, again, check it out. I know it's late. but they are recorded. I'm on VSiN every Tuesday night. Do 2 segments on the Joe Cerullo show. I do one, which is predominantly fantasy. I do the other one, which is predominantly bets. If you trail, okay, or I should say, if you tail the DFS plays that I dropped on that show, you're winning tickets, man. Tua, Cortland Sutton, Vele, okay, Devontae Turpin. The list goes on and on and on. Bucky Irvin, okay, they were my plays, okay, that I gave out. Listen, they're not going to hit all the time, right? Not going to hit all the time, but that's okay. Okay, that's okay. So, yeah, check it out, man. We were doing really well. And I did well today, too, and I expect to do well tonight. So this is the way this is going to work. We're going to break this game down. We're going to go about 8 o'clock, okay? We're going to go until about 8 o'clock. We're going to break it down from a betting perspective. I'm going to drop a couple DFS plays that I like, guys, that you know how I do, value. And we're going to talk some trends in the actual game. Now, I will say this. I was asked about this game. Right now, it's a -3 line, okay? Right now, it is a -3 line. I think it did move from -3.5. But, again, money line for the Eagles, -170, got +142 for the Rams. I did say this. This could be a game that the Eagles struggle in. Now, I only say this because you have a very, very intelligent and educated head coach. Sean McVay is one of those cats that is going to make you adjust, okay? And when I look at this game and I break it down, the first thing I say, okay, one of the keys is going to be Fangio versus McVay. I look at this and I'm like, man, this is going to be, my man, Jimmy. I'm in on Goddard, Jimmy. I'm in on Goddard. He is one of my plays, bro. Absolutely. But the man, the myth, the magic jigsaw, my man, Mike. Mike, as always, man, appreciate all the love. And I'm telling everybody, wherever you're watching, okay, the biggest thing you can do to help me out is get over to the YouTube page and make sure you subscribe. Okay, YouTube or Twitch, because that's where I'm going to be going, man. Right here. Very, very simple. This is where you go. Boom, hit that like, subscribe, man. I much appreciate it. And it's only because Facebook, I don't get all the comments, man. It's weird. Okay, it's just weird. So, again, this is going to be Fangio versus McVay for me. Okay, so Fangio is a tremendous defensive coordinator, possibly elite, in my opinion. Hall of Fame, obviously, right? McVay is an elite play caller. So I expect McVay, it's going to be a jab and punch kind of contest. And whoever's going to be able to duck and bob last is going to win, right? So I look at this and say, okay, it's going to be an adjustment, in my opinion, on Fangio first. I'm not worried about the Eagles' offense. I'm worried about 2 guys in Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, and a running back in Kyron Williams, and a guy in Matt Stafford who's played extremely, extremely well. Rich Check says Fangio, when he was with the Bears, exactly, held them to under 15 points because Fangio is a master, right? But there is some interesting trends, okay, that I do want to look at, right? Now, here's one thing. Like last week was the first time Puke, I just put puke. I got to change that, bro. I'm sorry. I can't. This is I put puke. I love it, man. That's why, what happens, man. Live typo. So last week was the first time Puka and Kupp both had over 100 yards in a game. First time ever. Just shows how good they are, right? You're talking about back to the greatest show on turf. This is like a poor man's greatest show on turf. When you had Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Marshall Faulk, and Kurt Warner. Now, obviously, Matt Stafford's not Kurt Warner. I said a poor man's greatest show on turf, okay? But I actually think that you have a better play caller in Sean McVay instead of Mike Martz. So that's what we're looking at. Now, the Eagles have the number 1 defense in the NFL right now. They're allowing 273.1 yards per game and have the number 5 offense. Hurts has accounted for 23 total touchdowns, and Barkley leads the NFL with 1,347 yards from scrimmage, man. The dude is having an unbelievable year, man. Unbelievable year. My man, look at my man. Okay, I'm here to see. This is why I love my Facebook family. right? Because my Facebook family, and I always said this, that you got to know where your biggest support and your biggest audience is. And mine's always been Facebook. And you know why I love it is because those people are real, right? I know they're real. We have real conversations. And when I need like, man, can you help me out? They're always there, man. So my man Rich goes over. My man Adam went over to YouTube for me. Now my man Mike went over to YouTube for me, man. And this is huge, man. I completely appreciate it, man. Unbelievable, man. Great stuff. Great stuff. Now the Eagles, 4-1. This is what you should be happy about, right? The Eagles are 4-1 in road games and 22-9, 3+ seasons under Sirianni on the road. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That means they can get it done. Okay. Now they got a lot of momentum. Okay. Now on the other side, the Rams are 3-2 at home this season. But here's the thing about Stafford. He's 4-2 in his career against the Eagles with 12 touchdowns and only 1 pick. Are we going to be able to change that tonight? That's what it's going to be. Are we going to be able to change that tonight? Now the Eagles have 11 turnovers in the last 4 games. So, odds are that tonight could be a turnover, right? Could we pick off Matthew Stafford, right? Now, on the offensive side, when we get to Goddard, like Jimmy Wags just said, the Rams are in the bottom 10 in the NFL versus opposing tight ends. They're weak there. Very, very weak. So there's a lot of stuff that we need to look at, man. Like Merch says, since the bye, the Eagles defense has led in all categories. It's crazy how good they've been. They've been elite, right? We need this content. So you're the man, bro. You are the man. Listen, I'm just trying, and I say, you know what, man? We're just going to do this. Like, we're just going to do it because I'm just tired of all the same, man. I'm just tired of all the same. Let's do something different. Right? Let's do something different. I don't know where I'm headed, right? But one thing's for sure, I'm going to be here, right? I'm going to be here. Look, see, this is why, like, I honestly, I want to, like, I'm an emotional guy, right? So this makes me, like, honestly, extremely happy and maybe shed a tear. Like, all honesty, like my man Jimmy Wags, who met me like 3 years ago in the Win Daily, right? In the Win Daily crew, okay? Gravitate and always been an avid follower, always support my stuff, always there interacting. And he knows I interact as much as I can, and I will consistently do that for you, Jimmy. As always, man, I greatly appreciate it, man. Really helped me out. Mike says, how will we adjust with Smith out? So obviously, oh, I'm sorry. I am, man. I am a big sap, bro. I seriously am. It's going to be interesting. Right now, because everybody automatically assumes of things that are going to happen, right? AJ Brown. Let's just not, you just can't predict that AJ Brown's going to have this huge game, right? Because he's not the only one, right? The opposing defense is thinking the same damn thing. Now, I will say this: I don't know why we don't throw a slant consistently to AJ Brown because it's absolutely unstoppable. Right? That little 5-yard slant where he cuts hard and, evades defender and uses his strength. I honestly don't know anyone else that can stop that. Right. So I look at that and I'm like, okay, they're already going to be on that. Dallas Goedert, right? My man Richie D checks it. Dallas Goedert. Rich, I agree. However, what if they try to put the stops to that too? Right. So the Eagles defense, the Eagles offense, it's very hard to stop. We know that. So that's why, in my opinion, see, Javon, like, this is what I love, man. This is what I love. Like, Javon is the man, bro. Like, he's in my head. Javon is in my head. I'm going to show you why. I'm not even going to put his comment on, but just know this. Javon put this comment on before I even start to say what I was going to say, which means I'm predicting a really solid night for Grant Calcaterra. I just think that it's not going to be Dotson. It's going to be because it's going to be the middle of the field. You want to know why? Because when Devontae Smith is out and Jalen Hurts is pressed a little bit, which he will be tonight, he likes to run early and often. And if he does that, it's going to open up the second line of defense. And Grant Calcaterra lives in the second line of defense, which means He's going to be in on double tight end sets a lot to kind of mix up coverage. And I really, really think, just like you said, Rich, he likes and uses Calcaterra. Here's Javon's comment. Before I even said it, me and Javon 100% on the same page like we always are. Now, Javon's another guy, okay? Another guy that you need to hear more from, okay? Another guy you need to hear more from. So this whole Tony Cutillo show, yes, the Tony Cutillo show is going to be branded under myself, Tony Cutillo. Yes, I get it, right? But it's a little different. Like, the reason only why I'm doing it is because I've been behind brands my entire career, and now it's time for me to be out front and center. But that doesn't mean I don't want to bring people with me, right? It doesn't mean that. I want to develop my own insiders. I want to develop my own go-to guys, right? Like I have like my man, Michael KB, the real Michael KB on X, who covers the Sixers for 97.3. Love to do, man. Always would come on for me. Hit me up. It was one of my first followers. Bro, I can't wait for this show. Let me know what I could do, right? Kai Carlin, who covers the Sixers for USA Today. Like, everybody's got the same guys on their networks, but you don't see guys like Kai Carlin. You don't see guys like Michael KB. They're the guys I want to bring to you. From a betting perspective, guys, XFL, right? USFL, whatever it is. Guess what? Javon is huge into that. So when that starts, guess who I'm going to be bringing on? Because now, guess what? Javon, man, he could come on if he wants, because I would love to have him on talking those kind of bets when we talk about that stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do, man. Mike says, run the slant with AJ, swing at the Barkley on the opposite side. Love that call. I will say this. They do have really, really quick linebackers on the Rams. So I don't think it'll be as easy as that. But I do definitely think that that's something. Do you do Blue Coat stuff with Javon? No, I do the Blue Coats Beat Pod with Joe Richmond, who is the ambassador of basketball for the Delaware Blue Coats. So that'll be starting up, I think, either this week or next week. Basically, we do a podcast about the power of basketball, where we bring some really good interviews. We had like Sharif Abdur-Rahim. We had the great Sonny Hill. We had a lot of people on there, man. Yes, Rich D said with Coach Joe. Coach Joe is, you think I'm passionate and upbeat, man. My man, Coach Joe, is on another damn level, man. Another damn level. He is absolutely amazing. He really is. So Rich, or Mike says, I love seeing the fullback. Yeah, listen, it doesn't have to be awful, but I love giving yes, and that's what's going to be key tonight, right? It's going to be key. This is going to be a chess match. It really is. But I really think that chess match more likely is going to be McVay versus Fangio. Very, very simple. Because, these two guys, the way that they think, the way their minds work, I really think that's going to be one of the keys to the game. Now, another key to my game is going to be Jalen Hurts. Continue to play mistake-free football, right? Very, very simple. He needs to play mistake-free football. In order for this to work, he needs to play mistake-free football. And he's been doing that extremely well over the last 4 or 5 weeks, especially obviously after the bye, right? Look, my man, you already know we'll talk. I got a couple former Eagles and NFL players signed to play in 2025, right? So there you go. UFL, Javon is just he don't know it yet, but he just volunteered himself to be my UFL insider on the Tony Cutillo show. And again, when I say insider, like, this isn't guys, again, and I'm not going to say this disrespectfully, that you just pull off, right? And you say, I'm just going to throw this guy, hey, do me a favor, cover this team, and you can come on. No, Javon has been behind the scenes covering this stuff for a long time, okay? He's always covering the alternative leagues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the guy in, okay? We're going to have interviews. We're going to have quotes, okay? This is going to be professional shit, man. Seriously, like, very, very professional. Already talking to some people. We're going to get a lot of things rolling, man. I'm excited. I really, really am excited. And if you are, again, the Tony Cutillo show, maybe live somewhere, right? It's already live at Pike's Pub every Monday night from 6 to 9 in Bucks County. So if you're in the Bucks County area, by all means, please swing by, have a good time. I'm in talks with another spot right now. You never know where we're going to pop up at, man, but we're going to have some fun. We definitely going to have some fun. Now, here's a name Javon brings out that I've heard a lot too. A little more Johnny Wilson. I start to see the field, but here's what I like what Javon says: red zone and blocking, right? Red zone and blocking. So that's important. If you could be a big target in the red zone, okay, and you can block, that's huge because we know this team likes to run the ball. All right, so let's get to some fun stuff, man. Let's get to some fun stuff. We're going to get to some bets. We're going to get to some DFS. Again, these are the jigsaw pieces powered by Tails at Odd Shopper. So I'm going to show you exactly what you get and you subscribe to my betting page at Odd Shopper. And I say mine because it is mine, right? I have the luxury of being able to do whatever I want. Okay? Do whatever I want. I could bring, so basically what is amazing about this site is not only does it have one or two, but it has about 10 to 12 sports books. And my man, Mike, I love it, Mike. Thank you. How can we, dude, the passion, I can't deny, right? That we can't deny, right? But if you subscribe, Win Daily was a little different, right? You were subscribing to, an actual thing that maybe you probably didn't even use half of it. You didn't know who it was. This is just subscribing to me. Okay. You're subscribing to me and the bets that if you are a betting guy I lay out, and I'm being wholeheartedly honest with you. Listen, it's $5 a week, or $15 a month. And if you're a betting guy, you probably get about anywhere between 50 to 75 bets a week, that are the best odds. Like if you're doing that, and the thing is, we do it for you, or I should say I do it for you. I am building my own Discord. So we will have the people in Discord as well. But literally, like you're going to get the odds that I'm giving you are going to be the top that you can't just see. Like you don't have to search for it, right? And that's the cool part. Like you go in, you want to bet Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown, right? Like I'm giving you the top odds. You don't have to look across all the. I'm going to give you the top odds. And if you want to bet it, all you need to do is click is bet. Simple. It takes you 30 seconds. I dropped the parlays. Okay, the parlays that I drop in there are free, but I do charge for the top bets. So basically, what I do is I do the parlays, and then I take those single bets, get you the best odds for the subscribers. Like today, we've already hit 7 bets today. We were one leg short of the parlay. So we're going to try to hit the parlay tonight. But again, we're already ahead. Like people have already made their money for their $5 they paid for a week. They've already paid for 3 months based on today's plays. And I'm not here to say I'm this guy that bets thousands of dollars. I'm trying to make this fun while not spending a ton of money either. Right, but giving you the opportunity to win a ton of money. Put it that way. And here's the last thing I'll say. I'm going to share the page in a minute. Remember something, and Javon will tell you this. A lot of people tell you this. Okay, I am not sitting out here just giving you a code and say, "Hey, bet my picks." Right? I'm actually betting those picks. I'm actually putting the slips in. I'm actually doing the research. Not just me. Like certain people, that's what we do. Right? That's what I do for hours a day. Right? I'm not just signed on with like a bet parks and just say, hey, just bet my app or whatever we do, right? Just put this code in. Just remember something. Remember this, the books, if the books are giving you the numbers, do they really want you to win? Like, think about that. Like, think about it. They really want you to win if they're giving, here, bet this parlay. Park says it's the best. Of course they do, because they want you to lose. They don't want you to win. Come on, man. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Here's some of my plays for tonight, and we're gonna have some fun with this, man. We're gonna have some fun with it. So this is the jigsaw pieces. Okay, you see it right here, the jigsaw pieces, and this is what people subscribe to. I lay it out. I give you a little synopsis of what I'm very easy to read, not a huge article. Okay, kind of what I'm thinking. All right, and why I'm picking the plays. Okay, that I am thinking. Okay, so Here's a parlay I like right here. All right, so we got a 4-picker. Now, this is plus 1,000, right? So people go, dude, how the hell are we hitting that? Listen, again, number one, the secret is you're going to bet all 4 of the single bets, okay? So just look at this from a very low betting perspective, okay? You say, I'm going to put $5 on this, okay, as the 4-leg parlay. Just say $5, okay? And then I'm going to put $1.25 on each individual bet. I am telling you right now, very rare. Now, it happened today for the first time in a while, but very rare out of a 4-leg that I'm not at least 50% right. Okay. So if 2 of those $1.25 single bets hit, you get the $1.25 back, plus you probably won $1.50. Okay. So you just made above your $5 that you bet on the parlay. Okay. So at worst, you're even and you didn't lose a dime. So you're taking that risk. And guess what? The fun thing is you didn't get hit hard. You still had the opportunity to win. And then you're going to take that and you're going to bet it again tomorrow. And we're going to keep going. So that's how we have fun. All right. So here's my plays. Reed Blankenship over 5.5 tackles plus assists. Okay. Reed should be very busy tonight. Long passing game in LA. We know that, right? They run very long routes. Okay. Plus his ability to come up and make those tackles, okay, at the line against a guy like Kyron Williams will boost his tackles as well. So I like, and again, it's not it's total tackles, tackle plus assists. So I love the Reed Blankenship play right here. I think this is a really, really solid number. Now, this number on Alcantara could be a sucker bet, they call it, right? You look at it and go, there's no way he doesn't hit this, right? But thinking about the way Jalen utilizes him in the middle of the field, I'm going to take the chance, just like we talked earlier. And that is over 5.5 yards receiving. And it's a very easy number to hit. And then the Eagles defense, in my opinion, okay, should be stopping people on the regular, okay? And the Rams' red zone touchdown percentages are way down, even though they're scoring points. This should lead, in my opinion, to 3 or more field goal attempts, which is why I'm taking Josh McCarty over 1.5 field goals made. And then last but not least, Jalen Hurts is going to have to win this game, okay? And when he's pressed, he runs early and often. His number at over 30.5 rushing yards, I thought was extremely, extremely low. I thought this should be at least 41, 42, 43 at most. So I took the chance at 38.5, and that's going to give you that plus 1,000 number. And listen, if you're on DK, you possibly can boost it as well, right? You could possibly boost it as well. Okay, so now let's get to the second parlay, okay, that I put in for tonight. Now, this is very, very, I wouldn't say random, but very strategic, okay? We're going to go DeMarcus Robinson over 2.5 receptions. And they're going to tell me, why are we betting on DeMarcus Robinson? DeMarcus Robinson is that guy that just tends to always find room, okay, in the soft zone. And when you got guys that you're looking at in Cooper Kupp, you got guys in Puka Nacua, you got guys like Kyron Williams, and even guys like Tutu Atwell, okay? So when you go in these 4 wide receiver sets, DeMarcus Robinson is a killer, okay? And all I can tell you is it's 18 targets in his last 3 games, okay? So while the Eagles are, listen, you got Q locking down, you got Cooper DeJean locking down, but again, it's going to be that third guy that I think is going to be a problem. And we're only looking at 3 catches, man. So I think this could be a 4 to 5 catch night for DeMarcus Robinson. So I like the over 2.5 on D-Rob. Now, Blake Corum. Now, this is a total gut call, okay? I talked about the chess match earlier when you talk about Sean McVay and Vic Fangio. So both of those guys, Vic's going to try to disguise coverages. McVay is going to try to really scheme differently on certain lineup adjustments. And I think Blake Corum is going to be that guy. And I think that's why he was thinking a week ahead, because last week Blake Corum got heavily involved in the game script. He was on the field for 10% more of the snaps than he was the previous 2 weeks. So I look at that, and I think he's going to get a little more involved, and it could be a way for McVay to try to force Fangio to adjust. And we're only looking at him to get over 9.5 rushing yards. So just get him 10. All he needs to get is 10 rushing yards. And he is so quick and elusive that he can get one stretch play that could take him 12 to 13 yards. This could be one of those plays where it's at the end of the half, right? And they just want to run out the clock and they give that draw play like we do to Gainwell. Corum could be their Gainwell tonight. And I think he's good for at least 15 to 20 on the ground. So I like the over 9.5. And then listen, Dallas Goedert, man. We talked about no Devontae Smith. We know what it does. I thought this number should be over 5.5. And because of that, I wouldn't have bet it. But because it was over 4.5, I took it. Like, I know it sounds weird, but I think what Jimmy said earlier, the 5 catch line, I think is where we're at. I don't think he gets 6 or 7. I think he gets 5. So I like the 4.5. And again, I boosted that from plus 600 up to plus 798 on DraftKings because they give you the SGP boost for the Sunday Night Football game. So again, that's plus 798. That's what you can get. Now, if you are a subscriber, I just want to show you real fast what you're getting by. And again, you see it right here, $5 a week or $15 a month. Okay. This is basically what you're getting, man. Like, you just sign into the picks page and look, all you need to do is click bet now. I'm giving you, like, this is what my subscribers are saying. Okay. And here's the over 4.5 for Goddard. Okay. This is the best number at Sugar House for minus 130. Okay. I'm giving you the Blake Corum, but look, giving you the best number at minus 120 at Caesars. Okay. Or at Bet MGM. Okay. So I'm giving you my bet. Listen, total sacks. I love Brandon Graham like to get a sack. Okay. But he only needs to get a half a sack in order to hit this number. And guess what? ESPN bet plus 375. So that's what you're getting when you subscribe to the Jigsaw pieces. Okay. And what you're going to do is literally, like, you're going to come to the page and here it is right here. It's going to give you my background, give you an idea, tell you what we're doing, right? Tell you what you're going to be getting. And pretty soon you're going to see the Discord button in here too. So you can go $5 a week right here, or you can go $15 a month. And this is for everything. This is for my betting content, my videos, everything that you get. So it's, listen, again, I have to figure out ways to monetize because I do put a lot of work into this. I'm not looking to get rich over anything or anything like that. Basically, it covers like the $500 to $600 a month software cost that I use in order to do this. So it is an investment, right? So I feel really comfortable with it, and I think we're gonna have a good time. I really do. My man Jimmy Wag says, "Don't sleep on a guy." You're right. You're right. Parkinson's another guy. He caught a touchdown last week, right? He caught a touchdown week. It was only one, but he caught the touchdown last week. Okay, only one catch, but he did get the touchdown. Rich says, I like Goddard 575 and touchdown. I like that as well. Now, real fast, let me give you 2 DFS plays before I get out of here because you guys know I like DFS. I'm not a huge DFS guy, but I like pulling out the value, right? So looking at the showdown lineups tonight, I know Jimmy's got some lineups. I know he's kicking ass over there like he always does. I'm going to go sleeper with value, and I am going to like Blake Corum tonight. He's 2,400. He's a guy you can sleep in or slip into your lines. He had the most attempts he's had since week 2 to last week with 5. And he actually, his yards per carry went up from 4 to 4.2. Again, I just think that he's going to get some opportunities tonight. I really do. He's going to get some opportunities tonight. He had 52 snaps, or out of the 52 snaps, like I said, he was on for 10 of them. Okay, so he did get that double-digit number of stats, which is more than he usually gets. He usually gets about 4 to 5. So getting him 10 was a big deal. Okay, so I do like Blake Corum at 2,400, and I like Dallas Goedert tonight at 6,400. I do think that a lot of people are probably going to put him as the captain. Okay, but what I will say is basically, when you're playing DFS, you try to go against the norm. So I definitely would have Goddard in your DFS lineup. Maybe you do a lineup with him as the captain. But again, I think I would look at somebody different to be a captain. In my own opinion, maybe a guy, like maybe everybody jumps on or, look at the numbers, man. You're looking at, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. They're almost $14,000, man. They're going to cost you some money. Maybe you get a guy like DeMarcus Robinson. right? Who's your captain? Maybe get lucky, gets those 5 catches, and he gets in the end zone. That could be an opportunity for you. That's what you have to look at. I do think that Josh McCarty should be in the mix as a kicker in a lineup. He's 4,800. He's going to get a ton of attempts. Listen, he didn't get any attempts last week, but he had 8 attempts 2 weeks prior, the last 2 weeks prior, okay? And he made 7 of 8. So this is a guy who can kick it. He's at home in the dome. Really like him tonight against an offense that will stall from time to time, man. Definitely from time to time. But with that, we're going to get out of here. This is the Tony Cutillo Show. As always, like I said, make sure, please, you like and subscribe, whether you're watching this on YouTube, whether you're watching this on X, whether you're watching this on Facebook. Get over to YouTube. The Tony Cutillo Show. Very, very simple. I have it in the description. I have it on Linktree in the description. Go to the Linktree account, or you can absolutely subscribe to everything we talked about and subscribe to all the social media channels. 334 people watching right now. If I don't get off here and have at least 5 people subscribe to the YouTube or the Twitch page, I'm going to be highly upset. But I think that's going to happen. As always, man, everybody have a fantastic evening. You'll be catching me more and more. Like I said, it's going to be a slow build. Trying to get everything right. It's not going to be perfect in the beginning, but I guarantee you in 2025, it will be perfect. The new imagery is coming. The new thumbnails are coming. The new outro is coming. The new logo is coming. The guests are coming. The show, like everything is coming. Okay, so right now, continue to tune in. I'll be live tomorrow night, Tony Cutillo Show, 6 to 9 at Pike's Pub, so make sure you're tuning in for that. But as always, man, everybody happy betting. Oh, and by the way, I forgot. First purchase, use code Jigsaw, 40% off over there at Odd Shopper, man. 40% off. Use that 40% off your first purchase. That's huge. You get off your first purchase right there just by using the code Jigsaw. Okay, so make sure you check that out as well. My man Javon, before he says Eagles defensive line to get pressure and get sacks, you can't allow exactly. You cannot extend plays. We need this content, so thank you for being there, man. As always, bro. I love every minute of it, man. I love every minute of it. My man Rich says watching the Pikes Pub tomorrow. My man, as always, Rich. So everybody have a great evening. Let's go Birds. Fly Eagles fly. Let's get a win. Let's make some money. As always, man, I love you, peeps. Let's go. Tony Cutillo Show. We out.